see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us slaves. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Brian, and today is Thursday, February 8th, 2024, and this is episode 629 of the Lots Project podcast, and it's titled Bless Your Heart. I'll be chatting about the neighbor's new yard art, a busy trip to town, a busy day upcoming, and a little bit more. First, let's check in with the coffee crew in the live chat. See who's hanging out. Grab a cup of coffee and hang out for about an hour. Good morning. Hunter hanging out over on Twitch, as always, holding down the fort over there. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Pip. Pip is wondering what day it is. Is this because you've been at work so long you don't know what day it is, or back to work and you don't know what day it is, or a little of both? Maybe a little cereal for breakfast. And good morning, Backwoods Butcher. Hello. It's Thursday. Woke up with a headache right here. Pip Slops track. It's all of the above. Perfect. You need some GSD blend in your cup. That's what I'm drinking this morning. What's in the cup today? GSD blend. I think it might be the last of it today, the last of this pound. I shouldn't say the last of it. Got plenty of coffee up in the cupboard, but GSD blend again today. And just from the feel of the bag, I might get another one after the show and after dog walks before I take off for my busy day again today. Rewilder Life, you barely made it on time. We don't. I mean, on time around here is I'm not sure if it really matters. Other Life's getting shit done. She's got three houses to work on today. Backwood says that sucks about the headache, and my face is killing him. That's so funny. That's so old. The first time I heard that, I fell off my dinosaur. Real Wilder Life says I can't miss the laughs. It makes my day. That puts some pressure on things right there. That's not good. That's not good. Oh man, hopefully people stick around to help me out with that issue. Anyway, drinking on some GSD today. Man, that's pathetic. What is this? Pip says coworker number 4 gave me crap for multitasking, making and receiving the parts order. This coming from the dude who's 30 minutes late daily. Jesus. Oh, anyway, GSD in the cup today. There's good reason. I got I had a rough one yesterday for sure. Yesterday was my go to town day, and it did not go as planned. It did not go as planned for sure. Why is my camera bouncing up and down? Interesting. I don't think there's any dogs causing earthquakes or anything. I think it might just be me bouncing up and down in my chair. Anyway, yeah, I'll talk about yesterday, what happened yesterday, what I have to circle back and do today. A little update on some products that are getting sent out, which are I'm excited about. Get to do the old man tests if I can find myself a trailer. But then I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about on the show last night, and I'm scrolling through Facebook. And up pops the local Facebook groups. And my wish was granted. My wish was granted. Oh, Kyle, you are very welcome. Kyle says, I appreciated the motivational message yesterday. I sent him a message because he's doing good. He's doing good with quitting smoking, and I just wanted to reach out, and I sent him a we'll call it a motivational message in Telegram, and just told him I thought he was doing a good job and to keep it up, and some insider advice from someone that's quit multiple times, multiple things. So congrats, man. Congrats. I think yesterday was day 6, so on to today, day 7, the big 1 week. But man, you're already over the chemical addiction. That nicotine is out of your system. I would say until you start exercising heavily, and then all of a sudden you'll feel like you just smoked a cigarette, but your lungs won't hurt. I don't think nicotine stores in fat though. What is going on with the camera today? Guys, I'm sorry. I got to figure this out because it's just not. I don't know. I got to figure a studio out here. But anyway, I don't know if nicotine stores in your fat or not, but I feel when I was quitting, it was 27 hours. 27 or no, it was 3 days. What is that? 24, 48, 72 hours. 72 hours for the chemical addiction, the chemicals to be out of your system, and forever for the physical habit. For some reason. Rewilder Life says the other chemicals probably do. Yeah. Hunter said boot camp said 3 days. That's what I've always heard. That the chemical addiction is gone within 3 days, but the physical addiction and the wanting to is there forever. I mean, it subsides after 27 days is what you break a habit from all those inpatient programs that I've never been to. I've actually, guys, I've never been to an inpatient program for any sort of addiction, but all the movies about them, aren't they there for 27 days? Does that break the cycle? Rewilder Life says, I hate to tell you, hubby quit 8 years and started back up. I mean, the stories are there. They're there. You just have to just not do it. 28 days later, it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie, but I'm pretty sure the cycle breaks at 27. That's why they keep you 28. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm definitely not an addiction expert. I mean, I've had plenty of practice. Backwoods Butcher says, the wanting to is my hard part. And I thought I misread it when he first put it in there. I thought it said the waiting to is my hardest part. I'm like, what are you doing? Counting down to the day you're gonna fucking start again? Hunter says the warm embrace of an old friend. Rewild their life. The stress got to him. Find ways to cope with things. Yeah, I mean, if it's a long time addiction and that was the primary focus of it when you did it, like, I mean, I think you start smoking as a kid or a teen or whatever because it's cool, but at some point you have that. If you're a smoker, you have that holy shit, I need to go have a cigarette, I'm gonna lose my mind type of moments. And so that's what you end up associating it with is relieving that. And yeah. Oh yeah. Kyle says he's got $1 million to win. Survivor, man. Survivor. Anyway, I hit the local Facebook group while I was getting ready to do show prep yesterday, and lo and behold, I didn't drive that direction. Yesterday, the day before. Corey said that she saw the neighbors in their garage shuffling stuff around, so she was wondering if there was going to be a new display put up. And well, for sure. What's NAC? How motivational, just don't do it. Just don't fucking smoke. Kyle. I mean, basically, that was the first message I sent him when he was contemplating using some supplement or some nicotine replacement therapy to quit, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna do this Zen stuff, and I'm like, fucking quit, dude. So Corey's oh, N-acetylcysteine. Not even close. Anyway, Corey saw them shuffling stuff in the garage, and thought that there might be new art coming. Wasn't really sure what was going on, and then lo and behold, Facebook just delivered last night. So if you don't know the backstory of this, the neighbors, I guess they're not really they're a few houses down, but their house faces on a different road. And I've talked about them many times since we moved here because I've thought it was absolutely insane what's going on. They have a huge display in their front yard. And you would think, oh, they're like yard art. They're in Tennessee. It's probably like rusted out cars or things like that. No, they like to put out the mannequins of Santa Claus with no head, strung up demons, baby heads hanging in the trees. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. Signs. And it sounds as though, from what I can gather, now I'm not a town historian here by any means. I only catch it on the outside, on the skirts of the conversations. I dig in enough to make sure I don't get my ass kicked if I go downtown and say the wrong thing, because it is a rough neighborhood. You know, the mayor got in a fight a couple weeks ago. And yeah, anybody wants to check out what Rachel's talking about, the NAC for lungs and stuff for smoking, you can check it out in the Telegram group. She's going to post it over there. Anyway, you know, with the mayor getting in a fight, and you know, obviously the Jets and the Sharks are snapping their fingers downtown on a daily basis. There's rumbles, there's all sorts of conflict. Kyle says I'm going to assume they don't get invited to family events anymore. What family? I don't know. Is there family around here? From my understanding, they moved here from a long ways away. And when they moved here, they bought their house, and it turns out that they put a restaurant across the street. Well, they call it a restaurant because they serve food, and in Tennessee or in this county or in this town or wherever the ordinance is coming down from, in order to have alcohol, you have to have a restaurant. You have to serve X amount of food. Well, I don't understand the problem with this, because right downtown there is a Mexican place that's absolutely phenomenal that also serves alcohol. From what I understand, in the summers they open up a patio on the backside, and they may serve alcohol there. The people across the street from my friend that owns the gas station also owns this little restaurant across the street from these people's house, right within walking distance from here. You know, the sad part is I don't know if I feel comfortable walking to the bar, because I have to walk past these people's houses. And they're kind of spooky. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of spooky. I've seen pictures of them patrolling the front yard with rifles slung over their shoulder. I have seen pictures of them in the front windows with rifles with scopes, and sitting on the front porch with rifles with scopes, and may or may not have been pointing them at people and things. And this has been an ongoing issue, and I don't need to be caught in the crossfire, really, even though I do go to the restaurant on occasion. So that's kind of what I know from it. We've always thought it was pretty obnoxious, and as an anarchist, it's conflicting, because they can do whatever the hell they want. Rewilder Life says Rachel is a little old lady on her porch then. Well, here's the deal, Rachel. You know all the old cartoons where Ma and Pa are sitting on Ma and Pa, MAW and PAW are sitting on the porch in the rocking chairs and they got the shotgun. She just upgraded to newer firearms. Is basically how I looked at it. And so as an anarchist, Kyle says, well, lucky for me, I also have rifles with scopes and I'm also mentally unstable. I just want to get some chicken fingers, man. And so I, as an anarchist, I look at it and say, they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want with their yard. For sure with their yard. Pointing firearms at people gets a little aggressive. I think that that teeters on the non-aggression principle. I think if you pull up an AR with a scope and draw down on somebody from across the street because they're in a parking lot, I think that like borders on the non-aggression principle. But the guy across the street also has the right to do whatever he wants to do. As in have a fucking restaurant and make some money. If he wants to serve alcohol and you don't like it, don't fucking go in there. Don't buy a house across from a building that could be turned into a fucking restaurant if you don't like it. So I'm conflicted in, and Pip says it, gun rule, do not point a firearm at anything you are not willing to destroy. Backwards. Backwards says, I'll drop a motherfucker for some chicken tendies. Right? So I understand both sides. I understand both sides. I don't condone one side. Part of one side. I mean, keep firing up the fucking art for sure. It's been entertaining. It's been understated. Hunter says, the joke's on you all. I'm willing to destroy a bunch of shit. So it's been entertaining. It's definitely been entertaining. So I thought this was all a beef with the restaurant. I thought it was all a beef over the alcohol, the debauchery. I mean, I am within earshot of it, and I think they caused their own problems because from what I understand, the bikers that go in and out of there, because they've kind of gravitated towards this conflict and it's turning into a biker bar, which is hilarious to me. Because of the agitation and the poking, they definitely try to irritate them. They do burnouts in front of their house. They sit in the parking lot of the bar and rev their motorcycles at closing time. Yeah. So I think it's a kind of like we're poking each other back and forth, and at some point there's going to be like a redneck versus biker war across the street. Oh, Kyle says the officer doing the reporting is interviewing the suspect, namely Kyle. The shooting was justified, but did you have to cut his head off? So I was under the assumption that all of the work, all of the effort, all of the art, and man, they got some cash into this. I'm not gonna lie. Like there are some solid demon mannequins, and man, they've destroyed so many baby dolls to get the baby doll heads to hang in the trees and stuff. And there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it. And I assume that it was all because of the restaurant, excuse me. I can't call it a bar. It's a restaurant that serves alcohol. Well, turns out when they put up their new art yesterday, the restaurant has now been taken out of the crosshairs. I guess is a good way to put it. Rewilder Life says the dolls scare me more than the guns. Yeah, me too. Me too. The guns are what they are. I mean, if she's a good shot, I won't even know it happened. So perfect. The dolls, yeah, psychological thriller right there. Anyway, yesterday I was scrolling and I hit the local Facebook group. And I've talked about it a little bit, but there is so much strife going on. Jim says they're just Tim Burton fans. I wondered that when we moved here before we got the backstory. I was like, are they really into Halloween or something? They leave their Halloween decorations up all year? That's what I was like, what the fuck? So there's kind of some strife going on in town. There's some factions in town that think the old guard, the old timers around town versus the new people ushering in great ideas. I'll leave that for others to decide. I am not a resident here, so I have no game in the fight, no ball in the game or nothing. So I just listen objectively from the outside. And it seems to be that there's two groups of people in town mainly that are vocal about what's going on. Lots of church around here, and it is what it is. I think there's more churches than people somehow. I don't know how the congregations at the churches around here, can fill the pews, because as many churches as I see and as many people as I see, I don't know how that all divides up. But anyway, lots of church, lots of anti-government, and it seems as though it seems like it's coming to a head in the local government. The mayor has gotten in a fight with a citizen. Those were opposing groups in the mix, from what I can tell. I'm not exactly sure the issues. It seems a lot of it has to do with development and progression in the town, using power for things that don't benefit the whole, only benefit the few, the cronies. So it's not unreasonable when I hear these things like, the mayor owns a business in town and he's using government grants to make things better for himself and fuck everybody else, is kind of the message I'm getting. And I don't know the mayor's side. He doesn't really talk about that much, so I don't know. Maybe I should ask him. And so there's these weird dynamics in town. Hold on one second. I'm gonna catch up with these comments. They came flying in all of a sudden. No. Jim says I gotta go talk to him, and he'd bring pie because no one gets shot if they have pie. Backwood says it sounds like Roadhouse. It really does kind of sound like Roadhouse. Dixon says she thinks I should run for mayor. Corey, do you think I should run for mayor? She says I can't afford to get in fights. She didn't said no. I said I can't get in any more fights. Pip says Brian starts up the interview again, interviews Mayor, and mistakenly assumes he's a boxer. I used to duck girls like you in prison. So following all the stuff, and Rachel mentioned it, Facebook's great for the local Facebook groups are great for gossip. And oh my God, reading the comments is hilarious. So I'm going to put up the pictures of the new yard art. And I think the crosshairs have been taken off the bar. I really do. It appears that we are now going after I don't know if you guys can see it if it's too zoomed out. You can always catch them. I posted them last night in the Telegram group. But it appears now Backwood says as a part of this interview, I challenge you to a duel. It appears as though they are now targeting the pastor of the local church. The pastor. I don't know the inside gossip about the pastor and what the pastor did to piss these people off, but the sign in the front of the group, the sign in front of the house says, and I quote, "Pastors who lie about others win a special place, quote, in hell, unquote, close quote." And then another sign says, "Bless your heart," with a guy stabbing a heart with a spear. I think it might be some religious sign. I'm not sure. Pip was wondering if they found out if the dollhouse. We're gonna name this place the dollhouse. Come get a lap dance at the dollhouse. Into my internet. Hey, how we doing? How we doing? Is that a pirate flag? I don't think it's a pirate flag. It might be. It might be. But yeah. So it sounds like the pastor at their church or a local church might have pissed them off, might have lied to them, or took some stuff in confidence. And yeah, I think we glitched, guys. I don't know. They realize that the blood of Christ is just Boone's farm. So it appears now there's strife with the mayor, or the pastor here. And then if I go to the other part of the yard here, let me see. Now we also have the I'm not sure what this is. It's some sort of throne with, I think it's the Pope with a Valentine's heart feet thing in front of him. I'm not sure. I really am not sure what this is all about. You got babies in front of the Virgin Mary, maybe in a white dress with no body. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely have to make sure I make my way over there during the day. Oh, Saint Valentine. Is that Saint Valentine's? Dixon says it looks like seasonal art to me. Well, they always do throw a seasonal flair onto it, like the headless Santa Claus for the Christmas time. Pip says, yeah, that's the Edward Teach Blackbeard pirate flag. Maybe they're helping support my Blackbeard fire starter campaign. I should go see if they want some fire starters. They'll probably burn the fucking bar down across the. I mean, excuse me. They'll burn the restaurant down across the street with my fire starters. Backward says my Minnesota came out on that one. Which one did I say? It looks like they split Mickey Mouse in half. So, so this is it. And I mean, like, I feel as though they're pretty harmless-ish. Harmless-ish. I mean, I guess it's been quite a while, and there hasn't been any instigation. I mean, I guess. Get instigation. If you don't consider all the yard art instigation, but so I'm curious if I could dig in and find out what happened with the pastor, with the mayor, and all of this stuff. I do it passively. I don't like. I'm sure I could go downtown and like interview people and figure out the whole town dynamic, but it's just the modern crazy witch in the woods, and I think it might be. Jim was wondering if that is someone looking out with a cat. No, it's someone looking out with their dog. Somebody pointed that out in the Facebook group. They zoomed in and circled them. They're like peeking out the window, taking picture or taking probably they do have video camera like right by the road. Literally, when cars drive by at night, it flips it on and the security light comes on and everything. When a car drives down a main highway in the area here, 2-lane highway runs in front of their street. So definitely on watch, likely with a rifle below that window pane, I'm guessing, and the dog staring out the window. So they were definitely spying on the people taking this picture. This is not my picture. This was taken from the Facebook group. I do mine nonchalantly leaning against my truck in the parking lot of the restaurant, take full videos of the front of their house. Jim says they love that people slow down and look. I really think they do. Now, one thing I'm kind of irritated about, I guess it's none of my business really, but I talked to the restaurant owner and I'm like, how are you not using this for your advantage? Like, how do you not have people coming from fucking Nashville and Memphis to come eat at your restaurant? How have you not parlayed the love of the bikers at this bar to have people hanging from the rafters in this place every minute you're open just to come fuck with the people that are fucking with you? How have you not parlayed this into business? And he just looks at me like and chuckles like I'm not serious. So there's that part of it. The other part is watching the absolute freak out and people lose their minds in the Facebook group talking about what are we going to do about this? And the you know the political dichotomy runs deep here. There are definitely, I shouldn't say dichotomy. It's pretty red here. It's pretty red in this area. Jim says marketing 101, us versus them. Dude, like this is I haven't really tossed a hard number at him, but there is a number that this guy could get me to come in and run social media and marketing for his bar. And I think he would be shocked at the people that this shit could bring in. But anyway, watching the people argue about what to do about these people and their front yard. There are people on top of people on top of people that think that they need to come and like forcibly remove the shit out of their front yard. In the same breath, they say libtard, they put out all the philosophies of someone that is exactly opposite of what they're saying. And then so I'm reading down through it, and this post took like a sideways turn. This post had like 23 or 28 comments. It first started talking about this and First Amendment rights. Jim says so much for LFTN. What do you mean? Living free in Tennessee, huh? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I really thought that this was a leave me alone type of area, but I guess it's a leave me alone unless it affects me and it bothers me. And then it's we got to do something about that. And the people that throw out it's the First Amendment. It's their First Amendment, and people are like, "No, it's obscenity." And they go down the holier than thou road. Jim says, "Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the living free in Tennessee. Yeah, they really go down it offends me, so we gotta get rid of it. It's that thing that budding libertarians and anarchists don't understand yet. That if I want to be free, I have to let everybody else be free too." They're worse than the left, Rachel. Rachel says that's a big problem with the right. They can be just as bad as the left. They're worse than the left because the left owns it at least. At least the left is consistent across the board saying they want to fuck your life up. They want it the way they want it. The right espounds freedom and blah, blah, blah. And then they turn around and stuff they don't like is wrong and needs to be removed. Chris Dixon says bothers and effects are not the same. People need to learn that. Exactly. Um Dixon, Rachel says, "Yeah, you're right. It really bugs me so much. They say they want freedom." Dixon says, "The left wing and the right wing both spin the same nut." My favorite ever saying is right wing, left wing, same fucking bird. Uh, I'm the one who brought Kmart here. What are you? Anyway, so there are a couple people that really dig in and say, they can do what they want. They can do what they want. And it kind of warms my heart a little bit. It warms my heart a little bit. It says they don't agree with them, but they can do what they want. And the shit that this guy takes for saying that, it like they can't even, the people that are so enraged by the fact that these people can put this stuff in their front yard are so enraged that a guy lays out a perfectly well explained, well articulated couple paragraph post comment about, hey, it's their First Amendment right. We might not like it, but they can say it. And the minute that we tell them they can't say that, what can they say that we can't say? Like articulately. He is definitely right, because the next comment was, if we start letting them infringe on the First Amendment, the next time they're going to come for our guns. And I said, yeah, weird. I never saw that one coming. I know you've been quoting Roadhouse, Kyle. Wilder Life says we struggled so much with that because we had a meth head next door to us for years. Yeah, well, Wilder Life says I need to friend this guy. Probably not. Probably not. He's super red. Super not redneck either, like conservative. Just different side of the same coin. But at least he understands that they have the right to do whatever the fuck they want. It's their property. Kyle says it sounds like he has enough friends. You talking about me? He does seem to get it. Like, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can be friends with anybody. That's the fucked up part, guys. Like, if the neighbors walked over here out the back and said, "Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?" And like, I got no problem with them. I have zero problem with them until they aggress upon me. Not one bit of a problem. Not one bit. I think it's entertaining as hell. So I don't know. So this is an ongoing issue. The other ongoing issue, because then I got into the Facebook group. Wrong idea at like 8:00 at night. I start scrolling because there was some talk about some big issues going on. Jim says it's hard to make friends when you hate most sheeple. Yes, SHEEPLE for you folks that thought I misspoke. I there's been controversy with the mayor. I mentioned he got in a fight. There's people that want him to step down, and I think it came to a head at the city council meeting on Tuesday, so like a couple nights ago. When we went to get Mexican for my birthday, when we were leaving town, Chris Dixon said it would be an issue if you stayed off Facebook. I was looking for show fodder, man, and it just like found me. It found me. And so we drove by City Hall and the fire department, the police station. You know, it's one small town that's all in one fucking building, and the cars were spilling out of the parking lot. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I think it's the city council meeting tonight where they're going to talk about the mayor getting arrested." And people were freaking out. So you guys know, like, you have a city council meeting, you have some sort of board meeting, shit like that. There's an agenda. There's certain things that need to be covered, and then they open up for public comment. Usually, I guess in Tennessee, there's a open meeting law that states anybody can talk, like they can't shut you down. But in order to maintain order in the meeting, you need to sign up. So if 1,000 people sign up, they can allot 2 minutes. And if one person signs up, they can allot 1,000 minutes for this person to ramble on. I get this. This is not censorship by any means. This is not like people were freaking out that people that anybody that wanted to talk had to sign up ahead of time to talk. They felt that the open meeting law in Tennessee means you just barge into the meeting and ramble on about whatever your crazy fucking mind wants to complain about at the city council meeting. I mean, I could get rid of city council altogether, but I feel as though it's not unreasonable to have an agenda and know what's going on in the meeting. That we can't just open the doors and let people yell in the doors because that's not a meeting at that point. Backwards says I'm petty as hell. Some people in the town boards made me mad, so I got on the zoning board and yell at all those people. Jim and Chris are saying that I sold out to Amazon. Like, whatever. I didn't sell out to Amazon. I'm getting free shit to make videos. I was looking for content for this show. It was a rough day yesterday, and I'll probably talk about it for about 5 minutes. But this popped up when I was looking for some other topics to talk about other than my shitty day. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hunter says, "Is he a good mayor? Is the city run well?" I guess that depends on who you ask. Which side of the Jets and the Sharks you ask. In my opinion, Jim says he's joking. Yeah, I do know. But I should stay off of Facebook. But man, the fodder is the fodder is great. Kyle says I haven't sold out until buttholes are involved. I haven't made it to the adult toy section of Amazon to request samples yet. Hunter asks if he's a mayor and is the city run well. I haven't had problems in the city. I haven't had any issues. I really I can see their issues. I've heard stuff from both sides. I've heard more from the side that's unhappy, of course. I can see why they're not happy. Absolutely. I'm not I don't live here. I just stay here. I'm just staying here. So Kyle says I'll always remember that lesson my dad taught about selling out, about the limit for selling out, where you go over the line. Is that what he taught you? Chris, subtle as always, says don't spread your butt cheeks for money. Ah! Don't spread your butt cheeks for money. And the other lesson Kyle took away from his dad in his upbringing is there will always be someone who wants to buy cocaine. Jesus. Remember when you went away to summer camp that summer? Yeah, I got an offer from Playgirl. They offered me to do a full spread. Like I've spread my butt cheeks apart and everything. You might never heard about it because I did it under the name Mike Honcho. Hunter says put it on a shirt. I'm putting both of those on a shirt. Don't spread your butt cheeks for money, and there will always be someone who wants to buy cocaine. Those are definitely a t-shirt fodder for sure. For shirt. So yeah, it looks as though the town is freaking out, saying they're all being censored, they're all being kept from talking at the meeting. And the same dude that was bringing up the First Amendment was like posting links to the fucking rules, the Tennessee state statutes dictating the form that city council meetings take, the makeup of local government, the form that the city council's meetings take, like the Robert's rules of meetings and all of that shit. Kyle says when he was 16, he told me if I really wanted to make money is to bartend at a gay bar as a straight guy. I did it for a month. He's right. He wasn't wrong. So the guy's posting links for the rules. Like this is this mayor, this is the next mayor, this was the last mayor, this is going to be a mayor in 10 years. This is the way meetings are held. And anybody that has ever been to a fucking organized meeting understands this. Backwards Butcher says, to be honest, none of my dad's advice was technically wrong. Good morning, Gingerbread Farms. Thanks for stopping in. Uh, yeah. So you really get a grasp on the, I don't want to say intelligence. It's not intelligence. Mentality, the mentality of the folks in the fight by watching the comments on both sides of the fight, I guess. I don't want to be in this fight. It's really why I dipped out of all of it. Starting at the top with the national politics, but rolling down right to local politics, especially when we were back in Minnesota and was dealing with all that small town bullshit too. It's very nice to be on the outside and observing because it's fucking hilarious, guys. It's so fun to watch. Um, it's my daily chuckle. It's my daily chuckle. We should have a segment on the show called the Daily Chuckle. Rachel would be upset if she ever missed the Daily Chuckle. Mustard Boy t-shirt. Just make it, dude. Make it. I guess I'll go make one myself. Use Sticker Mule and use my affiliate link and you'll get money off. $10 off if you spend 30. You can make two t-shirts. You can make 2 t-shirts and get them when they're on sale. I think they're $19 a piece. So you end up getting them 2 t-shirts for like $28 or something. Just rename the show the Daily Chuckle. The Daily Chucklehead. That's only if Kyle shows up in the comments. Oh man. So I don't know. It's fun to watch. It's going to be an ongoing. Jim said, "Oh, that's right. Jim already claimed the code. I don't think it works more than once. You can try with a different email address. It's usually tied to an account. So if you use a different email address." Gingerbread Farm says, "I've never said anything to simply start shit." Me neither. Me neither. Never poked the bear at all. Anyway, my day yesterday, why I talked about this all day today is because my day was pretty simple and shitty yesterday. I guess it's not shitty, but man, a plan fell apart for sure. A plan for sure fell apart. Man, I gotta save all these t-shirt ideas. I gotta write them down after the show. Kyle just came up with another banger. You need to make a "Don't Tread on Me" flag with a baby head on it. Kyle says he's got a stick to specifically poke the bear. Yesterday, my plans were to go to town. Normal weekly trip to town, the big city, where we don't have to deal with all this little town nonsense. Get away for a minute, do laundry. I was supposed to do laundry, get groceries, stop at Lowe's to return some stuff and pick up some more hooks for Corey, and stop at the UPS store to send back a product that I need to return. Got down there, normal time, roll in. I usually either go I usually go to the laundromat and then go get groceries and then do the rest of my running and come home. I pulled in the laundromat yesterday and the parking lot was kind of full, and I was like, it's kind of busy. It's kind of busy. But I've been there before when the parking lot was fuller than that, and it seemed almost empty inside. So I don't bring my stuff in right away. I usually have too much. I go in and get a rolly basket, come out to the truck, and go back in with my stuff and start my laundry. And I walked into the place and it was like a fucking zoo in there. Like there were people everywhere. I looked over, I glanced at the wall that had all the dryers. It appeared that all the dryers was full. I was like, huh. And I started walking through the aisles of washing machines. They have like one row against the wall, and then all in the middle is all washing machines, different sizes. And I was already planning out which washers I was going to use for how much laundry I had, and trying to be efficient. And I'm walking around and looking at the washers, and I'm noticing that they're all fucking running. They're all full. And I glance over at the bench where there's people sitting, and there's people there. All the seats are full. All the seats that they have for people to sit down. There's people sitting on tables. There's people leaning against a wall. And as I'm walking around looking at this stuff, I'm looking at these people, and they're like eyeballing me, like, not a fucking chance, man. Don't even fucking think about it. I'm like, what is going on? I kind of walk over, and I must have been like kind of poking, looking at to see if there's any washers. And this guy leans over and he goes, "They're all full, and we got people waiting." And I took that as a sign that I wasn't getting a washer anytime soon. So I went out to the truck and I sent Corey a message like, "Can you make it till tomorrow? I'll go back tomorrow." I'm not waiting for an hour to get an open washing machine to do one load of laundry, and I had like 4 loads to do, so didn't get to do laundry. Went over to Kroger. Groceries was fine, and then because my shit was all thrown off, Jim says the homeless dude is gonna steal our shit. I don't look homeless when I go out. I mean, maybe you think I gotta do. I look the same as I did when I had a house. I definitely look the same as I did when we had a house. So I didn't give a shit what I looked like when I owned a house. Being homeless doesn't make a difference. Sorry to hear that. Thanks. So I got groceries. Corey wanted some wine, so I went to the liquor store, grabbed her some wine, and I headed home. And I actually pulled over on the side of the road. I was at a light, actually. I stopped, and it was going to be long enough. And I sent Corey a message. It's like, a reminder for me, when I go to do laundry, make sure I stop at fucking Lowe's and the UPS store, because totally blew that. Totally forgot that. Threw a kink in my plan, and no, Kyle, I didn't say get kinky in my plan. I said it threw a kink in my plan. And man, it was bad. I was pissed because now I gotta go, and the laundromat's on one side of town, and the UPS store and Lowe's are on the opposite side of town, and I was right next to Lowe's. Oh, I got dog food too. Found dog food finally. That's good. Kyle says, what you're saying is you looked homeless when you had a home. Home is where your heart is. James is like, it's not Charlie Brown, it's Pigpen. James says, I'm on Charlie Brown with a cloud of lime dust around me. Pigpen. That's the one that had the dust. All right, Jim, have a good day. Take off. We'll talk to you later. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna head back down there today. I got some ratchet straps coming. I'm excited. I confirmed somebody was sending me some ratchet straps to test out. The retractable ratchet straps are pretty cool, and then they have some other soft tie downs they're sending out. So I'm excited to test those out. Got some other stuff on the way. My USB tester is now delayed again. UPS up to their shenanigans again. James, Backwoods, before you take off, Jim, Backwoods said it. Don't forget your life alert. Dixon says, make a physical list and do what you can. Keep smiling. Yeah, I don't. I know. That's what I usually do. Rachel had a rough Monday. She lost her muffler and couldn't get her errands done. I feel your pain. I think it's this week. It's the first week of February. But excited. Got stuff on the way. USB tester is late. UPS running late. Supposed to get a couple things today. We'll see if they actually drop them off. I don't know. I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. My issue is if I use a UPS, I can have them drop off right at our trailer. If it comes USPS, they'll send it back. A lot of times you don't know what it's coming, especially when you order from Amazon. So sucks. Well, we're at an hour. We're at an hour for sure. And I'm going to wrap it up. Again, I got to head down and do laundry today. So get out of here, get everything processed, get on the road, get back because I got other stuff to do. Because I'm only supposed to do that for 1 day a week, not two. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody hanging out, chatting, having a good time, and laughing, coming up with those t-shirt ideas. I'm going to have to scroll back through and make sure I find all of those. And who knows, maybe while I'm doing laundry, I can do some of that stuff on my phone, or at least kick around how I'm going to get it done. Other than that, if you enjoyed the show, it's always free to hit that like, share, and subscribe. To return value for value, please consider joining one of the YouTube or membership tiers or listening on any value for value platform like Podverse or Fountain.fm. Hit that, stream the sats, guys, or send boosts and all that fun stuff. It's always appreciated. Other than that, you can visit thelotsproject.com to find more information on me or find any of my links, partner companies, discount codes. All of that is getting added slowly but surely. It's Thursday. You make it through today, and all you got left is Friday. So make it a good one, knock it out of the park, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.